If you're going on a diet and trying to lose some weight, then you probably looked up how to speed up your metabolism and burn extra calories. Lucky for you. Check out this video about how to increase your metabolic rate. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. How many calories you need a day depends on your basal metabolic rate, which is determined by your weight, lean muscle mass, sex, and other factors. Your total daily energy expenditure, or TDE, is the total amount of energy you're burning during a 24-hour period. This number is determined by your basal metabolic rate, physical activity, hormones, medical condition, metabolic status, and what food you eat in what amounts. Your metabolic rate is also regulated by the thyroid gland, which is located in the front of your throat. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT, includes the small physical activities that aren't exercise, like walking around the house, fidgeting, twitching, doing chores, etc. Your basal metabolic rate, or BMR, measures the amount of calories you burn during rest when you're simply breathing. To know your TDE, you would have to know what kind of activities you do at what intensities, and this is where it gets kind of tricky because those numbers, they change all the time, and it's going to depend upon many things. To know what your overall metabolic rate is, you would simply have to know how many calories you need to eat to maintain your current body weight, and to do that, you simply have to track and measure all the calories you eat for at least a few days up to a few weeks, and then you can make your adjustments based upon that number. So here are a few ways of increasing your metabolic rate. Number 1, build muscle. Lean muscle tissue burns more calories than fat, and it also makes you more insulin sensitive. The more muscle you have, the higher your BMR, and the easier it is for you to lose fat. The best exercise for building muscle is resistance training, whether in the form of weightlifting, calisthenics, bodybuilding, or powerlifting. Compared to cardio, resistance training builds up your metabolism by increasing BMR and muscle glycogen. 2. Increase your protein intake. Digesting protein burns more calories than other macronutrients because of its higher thermic effect. The thermic effect of protein is 15 to 30%, carbs has 5 to 10%, and fat 1 to 3%. Getting about 25 to 35% of the calories from protein makes you burn more calories on digestion and also promotes satiety, which can make you eat less food overall. Higher protein during dieting also alleviates the decrease in metabolism that occurs with losing weight. The reason is that protein helps to maintain lean muscle. 3. Drink more water. Drinking warm water can cause water-induced thermogenesis that increases body temperature and metabolic rate in the short term. Cold water can also make you burn calories to match your body temperature. Water at room temperature probably doesn't burn extra calories because your body doesn't have to heat it up or cool it down. Proper hydration can also increase NEAT and suppress hunger. 4. Increase your non-exercise active thermogenesis. Go for longer walks, take the stairs, park your car further away from the house, use a standing workstation, clean up your room, do rebounding, or simply dance around. All of them burn more calories and increase your NEAT. 5. Do high-intensity interval training. HIIT cardio increases metabolic rate and excess post-exercise oxygen consumption much more than regular cardio. You'll burn more calories at rest. 6. Do steady-state cardio. Low-intensity cardio is still a great way to burn more calories and burn fat. You would just want to make it really easy and stay below 65% of your VO2 max, because that's where you'll start burning glucose instead of fat. Too much cardio at the anaerobic zone may slow down the metabolism. And 7. Get enough sleep. Sleep affects the metabolism by improving insulin sensitivity, increasing NEAT, and keeping the thyroid healthy. Lack of sleep promotes hunger, induces insulin resistance, raises blood sugar, and is linked with obesity. Diabetes. In reality, there is no fast or slow metabolism because all of them are dependent of your BMR, your TDE, and your NEAT. And all of those things can be regulated. Let's check out some more things that can increase your metabolic rate. Does coffee increase your metabolic rate? Studies find that drinking coffee increases metabolic rate by 3 to 11%. However, the thermic effect becomes less pronounced after a while as your body becomes more tolerant to caffeine. If you drink coffee all the time, then eventually your body will adapt and is going to decrease the amount of calories you burn from drinking coffee, so it's a good idea to cycle on and off coffee. You definitely don't want to be drinking it every day, and what I advise you to do is to simply use it as a pre-workout to boost your performance. You can also boost your metabolism with green tea or other herbal teas. They contain a bit of caffeine that mobilizes fat, but the warm water also raises metabolic rate. Here are some foods that increase your metabolic rate. Spicy foods, different peppers, spices, herbs like black pepper, cayenne pepper, curry, ginger, etc. can increase your metabolic rate. Capsaicin is a compound found in peppers and chilies. Studies have found that a little bit of capsaicin can make you burn 50 more calories a day. Protein-rich foods are meat, fish, eggs, legumes, poultry, and beans. They also satiate you quite fast. The thyroid needs minerals like iron, zinc, iodine, magnesium, and selenium to function properly. You can find them in foods like seafood, oysters, sea vegetables, fish, nuts, meat, and seeds. Eating hot soups and stews can raise your body temperature, which increases metabolic rate slightly. Someone who suffers from low thyroid like cold hands and feet, then having some soup and stews can help with that. Apple cider vinegar doesn't increase metabolic rate directly, but it promotes the activation of AMPK, which helps with the breakdown of fat. Apple cider vinegar also suppresses appetite and lowers blood sugar. Medium-chain triglycerides get metabolized into energy much quicker than long-chain ones. They also promote ketone body production and can increase metabolic rate by 4 to 12%. However, not eating anything at all and doing intermittent fasting instead can also increase your metabolic rate. A 48-hour fast increases metabolic rate by 3 to 14%, partly because of higher norepinephrine and cortisol, but also because of the body shifting fuel sources and becoming less efficient at burning the one that it's adapted to. In fact, I think that doing intermittent fasting and long fasting is actually a much more effective and healthier way of losing weight than chronic caloric restriction. Chronic caloric restriction causes metabolic adaptation, and you're gonna have to eat fewer calories to continue losing weight. Eventually, you'll end up with a quote-unquote slow metabolism. Intermittent fasting maintains a higher metabolic rate while dieting. It can help you to maintain more muscle and burn fat while fasting. During the fasted state, you'll decrease muscle catabolism thanks to the elevation of ketone bodies, and you'll be burning primarily body fat. Fasting can only slow down your metabolism if you combine it with sleep deprivation, chronic high-intensity exercise, not enough recovery, and not eating enough calories. That's why it's also important to incorporate scheduled refeeds to bump up your metabolic rate and prevent metabolic adaptation. In most cases, you can do it by simply having a refeed day once a week, where you consume a bit more calories, maybe like 300 to 400 extra calories, but not too much, because you can still jeopardize all of your week's work by eating a ton of junk food and over-consuming calories. If you want to know how to start intermittent fasting, then check out my full guide to intermittent fasting free ebook. But other than that, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to click the like, subscribe, notification bell as well. My name is Seem. Stay optimized, stay empowered.